Hey, it's Raven Tactical here. Um, kind of want to do a little bit of current events. I know it's not super current because it happened last week, and what I want to talk about is the Texas church shooting. And I'm really kind of sad that I forgot to look up the guy's name again and actually write it down. I'm just really bad with names, so the guy is pretty cool. Normally, I wouldn't consider him to probably be someone that you might want to take training from, but I would say, hey, if you live in that area, the guy was actually able to do what he said he would do and take the training. Sorry that the camera's not faced towards me. It's pitch dark, and the only reason I got a light on the front is because I'm going through town. So, anyways, so the story is, a shooter with I'm assuming it was like a short shotgun, came in, managed to pull a shotgun out. The guy's buddy was trying to pull his gun out, or was in the mode of pulling his gun out, and he got shot and was killed. And the gentleman was able to make, roughly, between what I'm understanding, about a 40-foot shot. What I'm considering it probably is, a lot of people are sitting there at, kind of estimating things. I'm saying he made a instinctive reflex shot at 40 feet without even thinking twice, and hit him in the head. And it comes down to, I would definitely say, his training, and he probably was completely reflex. I don't think there was a moment that he sat there and went through the whole deep breathe, all this kind of stuff. He reflexively shot and made a headshot at 40 feet with a handgun. Very cool. The other part is, a lot of people are talking about it. Well, he used 357 SIG, which is kind of an odd caliber. I mean, people laugh because I tell people I carry 10 mil, and 10 mil is kind of making a comeback, but 357 SIG is actually pretty funny. I think it's a good caliber as well. Hopefully it makes a comeback. One more caliber out there. A hard-hitting caliber. I believe I forgot what his name was. Dugan Ashley's character on his thing used to call 357 SIG nerve damage. But I think that was a joke. Cool caliber, cool guy, and just it shows two things. One, he was ready to kill, he was ready to defend. So he had a love for his congregation, a love for his friend who was killed, and he did the right thing. And the second thing is, his training allowed him basically to do a reflexive shot, which I don't even know if he remembers even looking down the sights. Probably didn't even do it. He reflexively shot, was able to kill someone at that distance, which is awesome. One shot too. Like, it wasn't like he put him down with the whole mag, which, someone might say that you shot my friend, that I might be really interested in actually doing more than just one. The other kind of neat thing was, a large part of the congregation was also armed. I shouldn't say large part, but they had about 6 or 7 people in the picture armed, guns drawn. And I believe one other person put a round in guy, but they haven't really made him well known. So it's just interesting to me because I look at it like, this is what we prepare for. We do homesteading and prepping and all this, and yep, we're waiting for the apocalyptic kind of moment in our life. But this was his apocalyptic moment. This was his actual, big event. And sometimes we got to train for that too. So I think one thing that, a good focus on is handgun. I know this fall, I sat down and went through probably 100 to 200 rounds of 10 mil. It was a little expensive because 10 mil is not cheap, to really hone in on some skills that I needed. But, congratulations on that. Now I'm going to talk about church security though, right? So I get where this guy is going from. And I am happy to say that this guy actually was there and had that church security, and I'm glad they had it. Now here's the concept I ran into with my church. For the last 5 years, 5 long years, I have begged, pleaded, I have asked everybody in the church leadership, I have asked, hey, can this be something we do a threat analysis to? Is this something that we can do? Can we do events? Like, can we get a team together? Can we get some sort of formal blessing from this church? And it's really honestly been not much. It's been ignored. It's been pushed aside. It's been, how else would I put it? It's been completely brushed off to the point where, they look at you for asking this like you're some sort of idiot. And it got old. It really did. And I don't know how many times I've brought it up. And there was a church shooting. I believe it was also in Texas. And there was 2 that happened kind of back to back. And one was a massacre. And one was where a man had an AR-15 and chased him down. So you would think even then, that would bring it up. Like, maybe we need something. Nope. The mentality with them is it can't happen here. We live in a nice area. Well, they lived in a nice area. They didn't live in a ghetto. The guy chose them. And so it's always been there. And I know a couple people in the church concealed carry because I made friends with them. One of them became an elder, and then, he brought it up. And he basically found out the truth, at least of some of it, was that the church couldn't have their insurance company. The insurance company wouldn't allow for an officially armed security team. They could have a security unarmed team, but not armed. Which I go, well, what's the point? So it's the church's insurance, and one of the members of the church is the insurance holder. Basically, they sold him the insurance. So basically, we're held up on an official basis because they don't want to buy different insurance. And I get it, it's a smaller church. But at the same time, I go, we can't look into other policies. Excuse me. So we have that issue. Then I basically said, to that point, I go, well, we can't, nobody's really given us the blessing to unofficially train or unofficially use it or even do a threat analysis. So my concept was, and I started bringing it up again when we moved to our new building, was that, hey, we got 3 access points. 2 are auxiliary access points, and I think once church, so you have, in a typical church like what we have, you have, announcements, singing, and then the message. Well, I said once the message rolls around, the people who do the greeting need to lock the auxiliary doors, the 2 side doors. Why? What's the response? Why? Well, what if someone comes late? Well, then they can go through the main door where there's a greeter there. Well, I don't understand. Like, it just seems like that's a hassle. I'm like, well, you have access to kids if you don't. The kids are down in the basement, You're letting that open up to have someone come down and, one, potentially, you could even have a deranged spouse take a kid at, one event. Or you could have someone who's deranged to harm a kid, or take kids, or harm people down there and do this. It's just, people don't want to think about the evil things that exist in this world. And the one that drives me nuts is that we have a police officer in the town who refuses to carry a gun off duty, who refuses to even help out or even partake in any form of security there, and kind of gives you this cocky attitude of it's not going to happen, and well, whatever, And you sit there and going, oh, well, thanks. I know you don't have anyone's back here, and nobody else does. Like, there's a couple people, a handful. And if you want to use that sheepdog mentality, cool. And the rest are just sheep. And I'm not saying it to be negative towards them. I'm just saying when you willfully ignore the problem, you're going to wind up with a problem. And luckily, it's a rare occurrence. But the problem is by not addressing the issue and at least allowing us to go through, accepting the threat analysis on a little level and following with an SOP protocol, like actually following through with the protocol, locking doors, doing this, making sure that this is done for a reason, and at least maybe saying here's an unofficial roster of people who are going to be attending church, so that at least one or two people concealed carrying or open carrying are available to be at church. Because as of now, it's not. We missed two. The weather got icy one day, and the other day we wanted to just do an in-home devotion on Sunday, and we weren't there. So that leaves, if the other families don't show up, well, that's, it leaves the church unarmed. And, that's the kind of thing that it goes, You wind up ignoring the problem, and we've tried preventing solutions, but it's been hitting a wall. So, anyways, it's Raven Tactical out. Sorry for if it's getting a little long and rambling. And again, I know there's nothing to watch, so hopefully you guys pay attention. Maybe just put me in the background. So, anyways, have a great day. Thank you. Subscribe, hit the like button, share it.